Catus, Maximus here. This time this is a little video of this Herbrand. Let me zoom out a little bit. Herbrand is a storied American company that has probably, or was, around for more than half a century, probably 80 years or something like that. This is a ratchet that is a Herbrand, but this is like the very end of the line, just before the brand just ceased being produced at all. This is not American made, this is an overseas made ratchet, and what's kind of unfortunate is that Herbrand, being a company that had been around for, once again, a long time, actually since the late 1800s, just had to go look it up. They were bought out in the mid-60s, 1966, and then it seems that the name continued maybe through the 70s or so, maybe the 80s. Kind of hard to tell when they were shut down, but this is just kind of like the end of the road where they were still making tools with the Herbrand name, but they were overseas and they just weren't very good. This is a little 1/4-inch round head ratchet, but the anvil's really loose, kind of funky. It does still work. We do have a part number, so it's a 22,000. A little triangle stamp there, but no country of origin or anything like that stamped on it. Not particularly great knurling. The reverse lever is kind of interesting with the tri-wing, but it's just kind of a shame, and so I just wanted to show what some of the last tools that bore a Herbrand name were just terrible. And so if you're somebody who's maybe a tool collector, sees some Herbrand stuff, particularly some Herbrand ratchets, you'll want to just be aware that some of the latest or the final versions just weren't. They were just pretty low quality tools. Let's go and get this little ring off of here and we'll take a look inside. I'm sure it's a pretty cheesy single pawl ratchet. This thing just does not, come on now, there we go, get that up. It just does not, I mean, the head is really oversized compared to the anvil. It just seems like a real cheesy, low-grade, overseas ratchet. Pop that out, and it is. It's just a regular old single pawl ratchet. The handle is single direction. It has an undercut for the head, for the top part of the head there, but not on the bottom. Anyway, as far as the switch here, it's just a real basic standard type of ratchet. Pretty low quality. Not a lot else to say about this thing. I'm just going to end up redonating it, but I saw this and I thought, oh wow, it's a Herbrand, and I got to looking at it and I was like, oh no, it's kind of a shameful, you know, get some last dollars off a storied American tool manufacturer's name before you finally just stop producing anything under the Herbrand name. And that's kind of the deal with this, and so it's just a bit of a warning that be watchful. If you're into collecting Herbrand tools, you'll want some of the ones that were mainly made in the 60s or earlier, as the later ones were basically just junk tools that happen to have a Herbrand name. Anyway, I really appreciate everybody who's been watching and subscribing. If you haven't subscribed, please do. Till next time, Catus Maximus out. Oops, I did want to add this a little bit. This is a Herbrand ratchet from like sometime in the 40s, 50s, or maybe 60s. But it really is. It's just insane, you know, what corporate buyouts and stuff does to companies. They really do just shred them to make a few people rich. And there's just an unbelievable stark difference between this Herbrand ratchet what they were before. They were excellent, well-designed ratchets, and turned them into junk. Just really disappointing.